Hello, hello. My name is Sharpeyez,
And I am Crucifix.
and welcome to
WeCast.
where we cast your games.
Yep, and you play them.
Yep, you play.
WeCast.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so today on WeCast, we have a very special game, which is including one of our own. Actually, the only other one of us, Sharpeyez over there.
Sharpeyez indeed.
It's one of your games, right? Now,
Absolutely.
is this a pretty good game?
It's a very good game, actually. Switching to
That's
the
good.
camera view here.
Okay, great. It's great, 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 great.
Very great indeed. Alright, so without further ado, let's get things started.
Okay. So, Sharpeyez, who do we have in the upper right-hand corner?
We have our very own Sharpeyez, spawning as
And
the blue Zerg.
Blue Zerg, indeed. In the left-hand corner, we do have our red Protoss, spawning as the red Protoss. We have Desineline.
Desineline.
Desineline, or line. I don't know, I think the E at the end makes the I long, so I think it's Desineline.
Alright, very good observation there.
Thank you very much. So, let's see. We do have a probe over here making a pylon at the natural expansion. Good place for that. And we have an overlord going over there to see what's going on. Eventually, I like what we have. I like what we have started here.
And it will be looking like these two scouters will spot each other.
They will, and I think they'll even wave. They may wave to each other. You know, we can't see it because it's really hard to see a probe's hands, but I think that they wave to each other just as a respect, as they're both scouts.
Actually, this probe has pretty big hands, and I did not see a wave.
Oh, well, looks like he's a jerk. So, screw you, probe. Oh, and I for a second there, I thought that probe was going to try to steal the gas, but it's not looking like he did. What are you and Desineline talking about over there, Sharpeyez? You had a big old conversation. Oh, and it does look like he blocked the hatchery from coming down at the right time. Can he block it all the way to the? Oh, and he puts the pylon down. Some very good delaying tactics by the Protoss player. Is that endlessly annoying as a Zerg player?
Yes, it makes me want to quit playing StarCraft.
So good job to the Protoss there, being so annoying that Sharpeyez might just quit playing. And from the Protoss player, I mean, he has been building probes, I guess, but that's all he's built so far. Is that pretty normal for a Protoss player? Going Nexus first? Well, he has the minerals to do it right now. I don't even know what he's waiting for. If he's that.
Will we see a Nexus?
Will we? Will we? He almost has 600 minerals right now, and he hasn't built anything.
And there we
except for
go,
probes.
Nexus and a 4.
There it goes. He wanted to build them both at the exact same time, I guess. But yep, a Nexus first build from this Protoss player. So the greediest possible. Very very risky. And Sharpeyez does see this, or at least he knows that the expansion is now down. I'm not sure if he knows that it's Nexus first. Probably does, but maybe not. I mean, we do have a. We do see that Sharpeyez put his natural at the potential 4th base instead of his natural expansion because of this pylon that's still there. So Sharpeyez has just said, you know what? You can have your pylon there. I don't even care. I'm just going to put my natural over here. Oh, meanwhile, we have a pylon being constructed right next to his natural expansion, maybe even a cannon to go down after that because the forge is now finished, which would allow for some sort of late 4th base but actually natural expansion cannon rush situation going on, and a photon cannon does go down. So it is looking like that's what we're going to see while these two Zerglings bite slowly but surely at this pylon. Sharpeyez, what do you think a pylon tastes like?
A pylon probably tastes like applesauce mixed with blueberries.
That is so specific, but I feel like there's no more correct answer than that. And so we do see, even though that the Protoss player went Nexus first, if we look at the let's look at the units right now. We do have 22 drones to 21 probes, but that may change now that we have 2 photon cannons at the natural expansion of Sharpeyez, who will most likely lose this base. I mean, unless he shuts down this pylon in the next 10 seconds or so, the base is probably going to go down. Meanwhile, we do have him retaking his natural expansion at his proper location. So it's looking like his attempted proxy nat will go down, and now his new properly located nat will come to fruition. Meanwhile, he expands again to get another third base to make up for the one that just went down to these photon cannons. And unfortunately, these broodlings aren't even going to get any good damage in. So, wow, this is a very interesting game from the Protoss player here. Very aggressive while being greedy at the exact same time. That's something you don't see too often. A Nexus first plus cannon rush into Stargate. Wow, this is just, he is pulling out all the stops. And honestly, it's kind of weird because, you know, I want to say he's behind but honestly, I think he might be ahead because he has 34 probes and a zealot versus 31 drones and 2 zerglings, and he's already killed a base. So this is just some very interesting play from the Protoss player. Interesting enough for me to think that this is not the worst build I've ever seen coming from a Protoss.
Absolutely. I mean, it actually looks like the Protoss is almost saturated on 2 bases, while the Zerg
Indeed.
only has 1.5.
Right. I mean, at this rate, after he builds a few more probes, he could even go for a third base. Oh, there is a zealot, you know, making a wall off, so that's good. But at this rate, he could go for a third base, momentarily here. But meanwhile, the Zerg player is now on 3 bases because if you don't know this, Sharpeyez is a macro monster. But he is on 3 bases and can now make the 3 sets of drones at a time if he decides to utilize the larva at his third. So he does not have a queen out yet to that third base, so no defense or larva injects, but he still has a base ahead of his opponent. So let's see if he uses that advantage to catch back up on the harvester count, and it's looking like he is slowly but surely doing that, as there are now 41 drones to 44 probes, only a 3 harvester difference. So let's see what will happen in the upcoming game. And Sharpeyez, what do you think of this double Oracle production in the Protoss base? Are you a little scared for your newly acquired drones?
Absolutely. I mean, I probably would want to toss up some air defense right now if I saw that these were coming, but unfortunately, my scouting is very terrible. And and so far, I mean, looking from judging from my vision, the only thing that I can see is a Nexus and a Forge.
True, that is true. You're using that Overlord, and what's equally unfortunate is not only do you not have any anti-air, you're also moving across the map with this Roach Force, which actually might do a good amount of damage because the amount of anti-ground that the Protoss player has right now is very minimal. Only 1 Stalker and 1 Zealot. But on the flip side, Sharpeyez has no anti-air, and 4 Oracles are just storming into his main. These drones, I'm so scared that all of them might die. He does have a Spore Crawler. 1 Oracle goes down, but now we do have some pain being inflicted. Meanwhile, Sharpeyez is deciding to hold back on this Roach attack and just going to kill this Pylon with 2 Zerglings while he deals with this Oracle orgasm all over his base. Now, where did those... Oh, so they are still trying to just meander around his base, killing another queen, maybe? And it looks like they did just... they are running out of energy soon. Are they out yet? No, they're not. They have time to kill like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more probes real quick. So definitely has had a little more energy in them. They're going to back off for now until they can reactivate that pulsar beam that they're so famous for. Meanwhile, Sharpeyez is going to move in here, but getting picked up by these Phoenixes. But I don't think the Phoenixes did kill a few roaches there, but the Phoenixes do make their way to the Protoss base. And are going to do maximum damage to these probes here. I think he may kill almost all of them before these Void Rays and Oracles take them down. And this was a really good move by Sharpeyez to move out here because it caused the Protoss player to bring his Oracles back and use some of that energy on the incoming Roaches instead of just going right back into the Zerg base and harassing once again. But and it's looking like Sharpeyez may take down this natural expansion. these Void Rays and these Phoenixes and these Oracles, I mean, I'm not gonna, they're definitely gonna do significant damage and will most likely be able to clean up this Roach Force as long as Sharpeyez doesn't send in any more reinforcements. But Sharpeyez will most likely take out this natural expansion before that happens. And yes, he will be able to. And even though the Oracles did a lot of damage, Sharpeyez is still on 3 bases to 1 now. So unless the Protoss player can end this game with this just massive air force he's got going on here, it's going to be really difficult. And we do see Roach Ling moving across the map in one direction. Going to get a good surround on these Immortals to just take those out, and he's going to get an equally good surround on these Zealots. So, and he decides to go back to his base to, go right into the main, or he's going to deny this natural once again with the Zerglings. But honestly, I think that the Protoss player is way too far behind to be just sitting here with his Air Force. He needs to use that to go try to kill the Zerg player, or at least kill his entire economy, because he's already behind 2 bases. He can't just be sitting around here, like with his Void Rays, literally just looking at the battle. This is a frickin' mistake, is what Desineline said. And honestly, that was a crazy game. Wow, what a game by both players. Yeah, GG is called. So good game.
Now, one interesting thing to note: the Protoss player actually quit a little bit too early. I felt.
I thought so too. He literally killed every single Ling, and then quit the game. Like, that was in his base. But
my guess is that he thought that I was fully saturated on triple bases, whereas I only had 1 base barely saturated.
Correct. I mean, you only had 26 drones, which I didn't even notice while I was doing my commentary. So I sounded kind of foolish while I was going on and on about your 3 bases. But yeah, you only had 26 drones to his 21 probes, and so he must have thought that the level that he was behind was just insurmountable. And yeah, like I said, I feel like not only did he leave too early, but he didn't even use the force he had to try to attack your base while all of that was going on. And that's a problem that a lot of people have. It's really hard to do anything else but concentrate on what's happening in your main base. But a lot of times you have to go ahead and just take 1 second to send your army over to do a counterattack, because that's really what could save you in that situation.
Absolutely. All right, moving on to the post-game analysis. Let's try something different this time.
Okay.
Crucifix, you have 1 minute exactly to state the pros and cons of the Protoss. Ready, set, go.
Well, pros of the Protoss, as I like to call him, the Pro Protoss. So I thought what he did really well was, I thought it was so crazy how I thought his delay of the natural expansion was really good. And then he put the pylon down to make sure that you couldn't build your natural when you wanted to, and at the same time he went CC first, which was very interesting, because you don't see Protoss going CC first too often, because it's so dangerous against a Zerg player, or any player really. But since he knew he delayed your natural expansion, and he knew that you were trying to take it, he felt comfortable in doing that. And I thought it was great that he decided to do that. And not only that, he saved up enough minerals to deny not only he denied not only your first natural expansion, but he denied your second one. He didn't even deny your second one. He actually straight up killed it, which was very, very good for him. Put him in a really good position. But unfortunately, he couldn't capitalize. Cons.
Absolutely. And the minute is up. So
dang it! I didn't even get to the cons.
Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to hear the cons.
Dang it! Okay, fine. I'll do better next time.
All right. 1 minute. Zerg pros and cons, go.
Okay. Well, the Zerg player, he did a really good job making sure that he made up for all of his expansion that he was losing. He couldn't expanded as natural, so he went to his potential fours. His potential fourth went down, so he went back to his natural, and then took a 3rd base, so that he could try to make up that economic disadvantage that he lost by only being on 1 base for so long. And I thought it was a really good reactionary play to that Stargate, to the Stargate heavy play from the Protoss, by going just as heavy as he could um, into the Protoss base. Cons, I thought that his pro production wasn't good enough. He had 3 bases against the Protoss one, especially after he took down the natural, and he should have been droning up just a little bit more, especially against the weakened Protoss base. But
And it does look like
gonna,
the Skype call has disconnected temporarily.
no, I'm good. Are you there?
Uh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, he should have gotten more anti-air because he literally had none the entire game except for like a spore crawler, and which was bad because
Alright, the minute is up, and the call keeps on disconnecting for some reason.
the
Oh,
entire Protoss army was with air units. So
alright. So, yeah, that was our new addition to the cast called
my
Minute
gosh,
Minder,
that
where
is like
where
stressful. It's super stressful.
where Crucifix tries his best to list the pros and cons in a very short amount of time.
Sorry about that.
It is all good.
Hmm.
All right, so Crucifix, what do you think about the Minute Minder?
I think it's good, but I think I'm gonna have to get used to it because the Protoss player doesn't even know what he could do better. He just thinks he's the best player in the world because he has no cons. Is what happened.
All right, well, since this is the first run through, go ahead and run through the cons real quick. Ready, set, go.
Cons for the Protoss player: you need to build more than just air units. Especially, well, I mean, the air units weren't that bad. I mean, he did have a bigger army than the Zerg player did when he first built this, Oracle Void Ray Phoenix situation. But he didn't use it to go kill the rest of the Zerg economy, and he quit the game too early. Even though his natural expansion was taken out, the Zerg player really only had that force that he sent over to him, and once that was killed, he really, I mean, once the Protoss player held off the force that was sent to his base, now he's looking at a situation where he's at a 74-39 supply lead. He could have just gone straight to the Zerg base and probably won the game. Maybe not completely won it, but at least killed almost every single Duran. So I really felt like it's not that he left a one game, but he left a game where he had a very good chance to win.
Absolutely, and that was well under 1 minute, so great job on that.
Mm. Yeah, but it has to be under 30 seconds because I have a minute to do pros and cons.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Pretty
Pretty
crazy
crazy
indeed.
All right, well, that has been the cast. My name is
Okay.
Sharpeyez,
And I am Crucifix.
and until next time.
We should keep playing. So
No,
should you.
they should keep playing.
Oh, you should keep playing.
You should
Okay.
keep. Until next time, keep